Okay, so some of you guys were asking how we actually did the hardwire boom into the Zoom F8 for this feature film. Well, the first thing we did is we had our sound devices, MM1. What this lets us do is it has the analog limiter. Not really a lot of features for it, you just engage it, it's a hard limiter. We then have a little bit of low cut right here, and then just a little bit of gain getting added. We're at the 28 mark for gain being added to our microphone. The microphone we're using is the Sennheiser 416T that's been then modified to be Phantom. What that's done is it really is just that workhorse microphone that we all know. Just a little bit of gain makes it work, and then that's converted to a line out signal. What that then does is it comes over to here, and we use our, as I can find it, there it is, are what I like to call the Zoom F8 line mic switch, which converts XLR line level signals to that TRS connector that the Zoom F8 prefers. So we always go right into input 1, and I'll show you what the PFL menu for input 1 looks like. We'll come right in here and I'll show you. So first things first, go to the top, we use 48. I add a little bit more roll off, just get rid of those really low end frequencies that kind of happen with boom handling. And I actually do engage the input limiter. We've already got the analog limiter. This is acting as a digital limiter. This is kind of more like a compressor. So we use the hard knee because we want this thing to roll off pretty fast. And I drop my threshold all the way down to negative. I'm getting some rolling there, that's interesting in the video. So I'm down on negative 9 dB, and I use the default settings for the rest. From there, we pan it all the way to the left. I like my left for my boom, my right is all my lavs. There's the rest of our settings, nothing special. And I always turn it to solo so that when I can listen in, I know what my boom op's listening to on both of my ears. If we go back, first thing on this, we also have low metering mode turned on. If you don't know about this setting, go down into the bottom system, go to your level meter, reference level, low meter, or low level. What this does is, if you remember in DigiBeta, back in the 90s, you actually had to master all audio to negative 20, not negative 12. So I still mastered the negative 20. What that gives me is then 20 decibels above it for headroom. So I try to get my audio to land between negative 20 and negative 12. And when it starts to get to negative 9, that digital limiter starts to hit in, and we'll roll it off to negative 6. That's a really, really good setup, and that kind of adds like a compressor to all my signal. And I actually use that same digital limiter on even all my lavs, because the Letrosonic lav, these are UM400s, actually have a little limiter built into them. Oh, this is the 200. 400's up here. And they've got a little limiter in there. You'll see when those peak LED lights come on. It's actually hitting the limiter of your Letrosonic kits. We've got 7 on this particular movie. So there we go, and that's very, very simple. So we kind of got this compression thing going on, so we're mastering all of our audio to the same level, so when it goes in the post, the editor is going to be really happy that all of them are the same. He's not going to have to work too hard, or she could work too hard too, on getting all the audio the same. That's very simple. I mean, you can now pick these up on eBay for like $300, $400. I think brand new, they're like maybe $6. It's not a big deal. Just go pick one up, add it to the front end for your boom op. It also means he can listen in and get a private line on the monitor gain, which he can then plug in right there. You can do a talkback system with your boom op. And that's it. Very, very simple.